Yeah, I just got this package in the mail. No, I'm recording a video right now. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. What's going on YouTube? My name is Chris and welcome to Mod Mondays. Mod Monday is a new series I came up with where I show you tips, tricks, and helpful hints to up your modding game. I know in last week's vlog I talked about how I was gonna be modding an Xbox One controller. I even added the clear buttons already. But I wanted to show you how I do it. I just got this package in the mail today and I'm gonna show you how I take this controller apart and refurbish the controller back to new. One of the things that people forget about when modding is cost. Modding is very expensive. So what I'll do is I'll go on eBay and I'll buy a controller like this one for 20 bucks, usually broken or used, or there's something wrong with it. I'll go ahead and refurbish it before I start modding it. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna show you how to take this sucker apart and how to get it back into working order before you start modding it. I wanted to leave the Xbox controller in its original packaging to show you that this is exactly the way that it came. Let's go ahead and open it up. Go ahead and just take that off. And here it is, the Xbox One Armed Forces Edition. Comes in the original box. Box is a little bit damaged, but that's okay because it's used. So this is what it looks like. Again, I got this on eBay for 20 bucks, and here's the controller. So the controller is intact. It's got the battery compartment. A lot of times when you buy used controllers, you don't get the battery compartment, so this is a great buy. I don't know what the hell that is. Could be dead skin, dirt. Joysticks seem to move all right. I read the report, and what the report said was everything was working functionally. The right control stick was having some issues turning. It kind of grinds a little bit over here, but I think the reason that's happening is because there's just some dirt buildup inside. So we're gonna clean this up and get it back into working order. So usually when you buy a used controller like this, something is usually broken. Usually one of these sticks is broken, or the most common thing that I've seen is that these shoulder buttons or triggers below are broken. Those are really easy to repair as long as you have the right parts. These are some parts that are left over from an original Xbox controller because I switched them out for clear ones. These buttons can be put back into this controller, no problem. So what I've seen a lot of people do is they refurbish these controllers and they'll resell them. Another really good idea is not to buy this one, to buy an Elite controller. Usually Elite controllers will sell for about $50 or $60 if they're busted. Brand new, they're about $150, but used, you can get them like $50 or $60. They usually have a couple problems here or there. You do that, you fix them up, you've got a perfectly good Elite controller for about half the price, which is amazing if you take the time to work on it and you know what you're doing. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you get an Elite controller, these parts are going to be different. So for example, the Elite controller uses magnetic joysticks. It has like a slide switch right here. Elite controllers also have the paddles in the back with the buttons. They also have trigger locks. So there's going to be some differences with the Elite controller versus the original. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get this thing apart. First thing we're going to do is just take the battery cover off. In order to get this controller apart, we're going to need to take this sticker off. So I've got my X-Acto knife, or just any old sharp knife will work. Start by peeling up a corner until you have enough corner to grab onto, and then you could just simply pull it off. You could just peel it off. Get it? If you saw my Plasti Dip video, you get that joke. First, we need to pry these off, and this is going to be the hardest part. I recommend starting right here, and just if you have fingernails, just try to get your fingernails underneath. It feels like you're gonna break it off, but seriously, you're not gonna break it off. These are super strong plastic. I mean, you would have to have incredible strength in order to break those. Okay, so now we've got both the handles off, and we can see a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be using a security Torx T6. I got one of these from a lighting kit. You probably won't be able to see this, but it's got a star pattern on it, and there's a small hole, and that's going to fit into each one of these screws. Just come off, no problem. There's the inside of your controller. You can already see there's lots of dirt and hair. Ew. stranger's hair. Yeah, this is kind of gross because there's like, I don't know who owned this before, but there's like human hair in there, or maybe pet hair. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and just take these thumbsticks off and just pop these off. And yeah, there's gunk. There's gunk and hair in there. If we need to, we can replace these because we have replacement thumbsticks. I've got the original black ones that came with it, but I could easily switch those out for clear purples, or I could just do plain clear, whichever one I want to do. So I have options. This is tricky because this one has a headset on it, so this has to like pop out. Okay, so you just get like a screwdriver and just try to get underneath the connector. There we go. Got a nice little pop. That comes right out. This is all one piece, kind of like the bat symbol. Na 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 Batman. I don't get out much. One of the things that annoys the hell out of me is every time you like flip this over or you work on it, these little motors pop out and they're hanging by a wire. So what I'll do is I'll just put them back. I've got my green tape. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take some tape and just tape it in place. Just remember to take the tape off when you're done. When we flip it over, you're gonna find that there are Torx screws here. There's a bunch of them. So right now we're only gonna focus on the two that are on top, this one here and this one here in the corners. One way to keep track of the screws is the size difference. These are your security Torx screws. These are what hold the case together. These are your regular Torx screws. These are what hold the motherboard to the case. I don't know if you can see it, there's a connector inside connecting these two boards together. We're gonna go ahead and pry that off carefully, and see, there you go. And we don't need to take this last board off because I don't think there's anything underneath the buttons. We're just gonna focus on this top portion. If for whatever reason you need to get this bottom board off, there are actually 6 screws here. There's one here, one here, one here, 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 and here. And that's if you need to get to the buttons. In this video, we don't need to get to the buttons, but in the next video, well, you'll just have to wait and see, won't you? Seems like the control sticks move okay. This one I got really lucky with because I didn't have to replace any of the parts, and it seems like the joysticks work fine. They're probably just a little bit dirty. All right, so now we're just gonna put everything back, but in reverse. So the last thing you wanna do is pretty much just douse this thing in rubbing alcohol, because who knows what kind of Doritos, pizza, Mountain Dew fingers have been all over this thing. It's just nasty. That was on the controller, if you can believe it. Anywhere there's a lot of contact with your hands, your fingers, you're gonna wanna make sure you get some rubbing alcohol in there. It's nice and clean. And the good thing about rubbing alcohol is it's gonna evaporate pretty quickly, so there won't be any water to wipe up. Get the triggers and the shoulder buttons, because those get pretty filthy too. All right, so let that dry, and you've got a fully functional Xbox One controller for 20 bucks. All right, it lights up. And it vibrated to let me know that it's connected. So let's start gaming with it.
Another helpful tip has to do with powering the controller. Oftentimes controllers are sold on eBay because they won't turn on or they won't connect to a console. This simply means they need to be resynced back to a console or a PC. Simply plug a micro USB cable into the controller and the other end into your PC or console in order to resync it before connecting wirelessly.
Excuse me. Oh, man. I've got 3 Xbox One controllers now at about $20 each. So yeah, this is something that you could do as well. Just go on eBay, find an Xbox controller for about 20 bucks, flip it. You could even sell it if you want to, resell it for a higher value. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube of people flipping controllers, taking them apart and fixing them and then reselling them online. Maybe that's something that you want to do. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mod Monday, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button below. Leave me a comment down in the comments section. Let me know, do you enjoy Mod Mondays? This might be something that I do, probably not every Monday, but maybe once a month, maybe one Monday a month. I'll do a Mod Monday video. We'll see. I don't know. It just depends on how people react to it. If people like it, if they don't like it, you know, if you like it, make sure you hit that like button. If you don't like it, you know, you can hit the thumbs down, but let me know, is this a series you'd like to see in the future? Also, if you have episodes, I have episodes all the time, once a week. Also, if you have ideas for episodes in the future, be sure to leave those in the comment section for me. I'm looking for new ideas as to what I could do with Mod Monday, hopefully to make it something that all of you can enjoy and benefit from. Join the nation today by clicking on that subscribe button below. And when you do, click on the bell icon inside the subscribe button to get notified the moment that I release new YouTube videos. Expect new YouTube videos every Friday or Saturday. That seems to be the consistent release schedule that I'm working on right now. If you guys have any other questions or comments, you can always reach me by social media. I'm available via Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, you can catch me every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Twitch. I'm also gonna try streaming on YouTube as well as soon as I get Restream configured. I haven't quite figured out how to work Restream, but I'm still working on it. I really hope you enjoyed this shortened video, and hopefully Mod Monday will be a series that we can continue into the future. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.